Hello, so I just want to do a quick video kind of about, we did a Titan specialist video the other day, so I kind of want to do a video about being a hero specialist. Right, so the same principle about being a hero specialist applies to Titan specialist, and that says you want to focus your resources on one team because it's better to have one strong team than two mediocre ones, right? You'll have a lot of players. Right, it's like you might see like a player like this, there's heroes that are a lot stronger than their Titans, right, and that's kind of what a hero specialist is, right? If you have like two teams that are like 700k, they might not be like that great, but if you have a 800k team and a 600k team, you know, it's like I said, I'm not going to put you on Titans, but I can usually find some pairings for you for the 800k team. This kind of the same principle. It's kind of, you know, it's better to have one strong team than two like mediocre teams, right? It's like heroes, it's kind of like I said, right, there's a lot more to with heroes, like there's a lot more, right, there's only 12 Titans, and Titans are pretty straightforward. You pick a color, right, and then you just, right, you just go, like I said, you pick a color and you just kind of stick with it, right, you do grass, so you focus on the grass ones, the water ones, etc., right, the ones that match your totem, right. With heroes, there is like 54 heroes in the game, 55, 53, I think it's like 55, right? So there's a lot to choose from, right? And this is kind of why you see so many tier lists, and I have to do a new tier list at some point. Like, it's one of those things that I want to do, but it's kind of, tier lists take a lot of time, and I haven't had a lot of time to do a long organization video like that. But generally speaking, you want to start with like select some of the best heroes, like, right, Sebastian's a must-have, right? Like Sebastian, Celeste, Aurora, those kind of be like the three heroes I would recommend you focus on, because those are like the must-have heroes. They're the three best heroes in the game, right? I mean, early on, focus your resources probably to Aurora the most, because she's your main tank, right? You would want to do, like, you want to get her Nordic skin up. You'd want to get her, like, dodge artifacts, like, right, her Celius Legacy and her Book of Illusions up, right, her dodge glyph up, right? Try to get her dodge high as you can early on, right? Celeste, you just want to kind of get her up as much as you can early on. Kind of like I said, those be your two focuses. Sebastian, he can lag behind Aurora and Celeste. Like, he's super important. You need him to protect against status effects, especially later on. But early on, you know, he can come a bit later. But Aurora, Celeste early on, right? And then outside those heroes, right, you can just focus on some DPS. Like, twins are good. You can actually run twins at fairly low power for quite some time. Like, so long as Aurora and Celeste are there, like, you know, like I said, I mean, if I ran my twins, like, I had Aurora and Celeste almost max power for like ever, and I was running the twins. They were like less than 50k power each. Sebastian was like even lower, like 37k power, like, and I was getting a lot of wins, right? Just, right, you know, just kind of focus, like, do one at a time, like do Aurora, like then Celeste, then Sebastian, and then figure out what your DPS would rather be, Kira or Lars, Krista or Kark or Helios, right? Like, you know, just kind of go from there, and then maybe at some point pick maybe a second like healer character, maybe Wanthea or Martha or maybe Marcus or something, right? Kind of sometimes you need a different healer or a second healer for certain matchups, right? So just kind of keep your options up there, and then really outside of focusing on like Aurora, Celeste, Sebastian, right? A lot of your resources as a hero specialist will actually go into pets, right? So during like the weekend events, you'll spend like a lot of your emeralds, like, you know, leveling up your stones. Like if you're trying for the spending rewards, right, putting emeralds into these stones is a lot of times one of the best places you can spend your emeralds on those events, right? Because getting pets, right, so because there's only 7 pets, and you need, pretty much all teams need at least 4 of them for patronage, right? Pets aren't really a wasted investment, right? And most heroes can use multiple pets, right? Whereas heroes, when you invest in heroes, it's a sunk cost into a specific hero, right? You're never going to get your skin stones back. You're never going to get your artifact mats back. You're never going to get your runes back. Those are all sunk costs. And if you put them as those resources into a hero you stop using, those are resources you will never get back, right? Whereas pets, right, you can change your patronage as much as you want. There's not, like I said, you know, you need those pets up anyway, right? So these are a fairly safe investment. So I definitely recommend players focus their resource there, but also right after you have a team of 5, it's better to have pets to patronage them. I mean, you can never use more than 5 heroes at once anyway, and this is why I say focus on a main team and why you should ignore Grand Arena. Just focus on a team that can get you wins like Arena, but also more importantly Guild War, right? Whereas in my case, I was always more of a hero specialist. My Titans caught up after a long time, but for a long time my Titans were really weak because, my guild, we always kind of had like the best Titans on the server. But we were, like I said, we were way behind on heroes, so I became like a hero specialist. Right, and just kind of focused on, I said, saying Aurora and Celeste are kind of my main team. I actually have Thea on the Guild War defense. Like I said, it's kind of try to give a different look. Thea can be really good too. But it just one of scenes. But yeah, no, it's just like I said, you just want to focus on like the doing your dailies. Right, and when you do like sometimes like weekend events, right, rather than the Titan events, right, good weekend events would be like the Valkyrie event that lets you get the artifact mats. Like those are really good, right? You'll get these artifact mat events, right? And where you'll get a lot of these themes or the chaos cores. Right, so these themes. Like I said, you can claim these for flawless mats, and then you can trade those down if you need to. I would recommend not trading a lot of those down if you can. Try to use those for higher level resources as much as you can. You also get a lot of chaos cores, which you need to evolve artifacts. Chaos cores. Right, so those are chaos cores. You can get a lot of those, and a lot of artifact coins for those Valkyrie events. So that's a really good event. Probably one of the best events, value-wise. You can also, there's also like skinstone events sometimes. You'll get like the hero or whatever it's called, like Hero of the Outland event or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it's called. Guardians of Outland maybe. But you can get a lot of these kind of themes from it, and a lot of like Outland coins to buy more of those with. Those are good events to spend on. And of course the big quarterly events, like events when they introduce like new heroes or pets, are always good ones to spend your resources on. Like whatever your weekly budget is, right? Spend that 5,000-10,000 emeralds a week or whatever it is. Like I said, all your emerald spending should probably go to leveling up your pets, right? Maybe buying some of these eggs too sometimes could be good, right? But that's generally what you should focus on. You still want to do your Titans, right? So don't spend a lot of resources. Like if you're a hero specialist, don't spend a whole lot of resources here. You just want to have enough, like get your totem up to like the 1 or 2 stars, right? And then just kind of coast with what you got. Just kind of do your daily tournament of elements, do your daily dungeon, right? And just kind of fill your resources in as you get them. But don't, like I said, focus your resources on being the hero specialist, right? Because like I said, every guild, right, you have hero specialists, you have Titan specialists, right? Every guild needs some of both, right? And it's just, like I said, it's just better to have one good team than 2 mediocre teams, right? So you just focus on your heroes, let other people focus on Titans, and then you can help your guild out that way. Anyway, I hope you guys found this video informative. Thank you for watching.